Well, greetings, salutations, and a great big hello to everyone. Welcome to Classic Gamer 74. I am your host, Anthony Gamer, and in today's episode, we're going to discuss some great Doom mods. Before we get started, I just want to say a great big hello to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the Classic Gamer 74 family, and as always, a big thank you to all my long-term subscribers, especially those that have been with me since this channel started. Always greatly appreciated. Today we're going to talk about some mods of Doom, but before we do, just a little bit about Doom itself. I mean, what more can you say about a game that has just passed its 30th anniversary? It's considered the first, or the greatest, first-person shooter game, although it wasn't, as Wolfenstein does precede it by about a year. Over the years, it's developed a cult following. There's been a film adaptation that some people liked, some didn't, but, and it has gone on to become a legendary game. Hard to believe that this game started off as just shareware in its demo mode, but then after that, just about everybody and their brother had this game, and for good reason. Now, for some of us, we could play this game over and over again, endlessly, and be happy. I'm one of those people. Every so often, I do replay the game and just remember how much fun it was the first time I played it all those years ago. But for some, they have to try to keep the game fresh, and that also counts for the sequel, Doom 2, Hell on Earth. So what do you do to keep this game fresh and put new eyes on the game? Well, the best way to do that is to create mods, or hacks in some way. Now, we've discussed hacks or mods, I guess I could say, let's just say mods from now on this channel before, as I have made quite a few myself, and I've gotten to work alongside some great video game hackers like Dr. Clue and, of course, the great Scott Dayton. But when it comes to a bigger game like this one, like Doom, well, that is where the real artistic talent comes in. And you have some people that have not only reskinned the game, but have totally created a whole new game that's on a totally different level than the original creators of Doom ever imagined. So I've been talking long enough. Without further ado, let's get into these mods and check them out. And the first one we have is Urban Brawl. Wow, it's just, this one is a total reskin. Wow, amazing. I love the comic book feel that this has. Really a neat mod. It's almost like a whole new game, as you'll see some of them really are. Just attention to detail is just amazing. Also, I'll let you guys know I'm going to provide some links in the description below so you can get some of these mods and try them out yourself. But again, don't forget that in order to play these mods, you must have GZDoom. I'll put a link to that as well in the description so that you can try these out. Now, it does take a little doing to get GZDoom to work, so I believe you do actually have to have the original game, which I have. I purchased that, and I think it's only a few bucks on Steam, but there are several tutorials online that will show you how to get GZDoom going, so you can try out all the mods that I'm going to be showing you today. Next up, we have Decadence, a Tarnished World. This is a total mind screw. Wow. Love the detail. Again, it has very much a comic book, if not a fairy tale vibe to it, as the story with this one is an evil dark knight has kind of taken over this realm, and you have to collect these stone tablets to fight it, to destroy him. And you've got these evil bunnies, dragons. You can pick up some really cool weapons, and even learn new magic. It's really imaginative, really puts a very fantastical spin on Doom. Highly recommend this one. Alright, next up we have Barista. Now this one is really good. Now the best way I could describe this one is think about the Sierra Online game, Space Quest 1, the Saurian encounter. Well, just imagine Roger Wilco is a badass, and he's killing those Saurians and all that stuff, as opposed to, getting the key card and going to the planet and playing that deadly slot machine and all that other stuff. So it's kind of like that. Really enjoyed the game. Like I said, it wow, I can't find enough good things to say about it. It's got a lot of puzzle elements to it. Really well done. Definitely one that you've got to try. If you've never played Splatterhouse for the TurboGrafx 16, you are really selling yourself short. This is an awesome game. Obviously, somebody else thought so too, because they made this Splatterhouse 3D with a Doom engine. Now, this is really awesome. Now, if you just happen to not be familiar with the Splatterhouse game, in that one, your girlfriend is captured by an evil scientist, and then you put on this mask and become like this really big, tough guy with muscles, and one of your main weapons is a 2x4, and it's got all kinds of gore and monsters and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, it does live up to its name, so after you give this game a try, and if you haven't played the original Splatterhouse, I highly recommend it. You will enjoy it. And next up we have a Simpsons theme mod. This one is kind of interesting. To be honest though, there is a bit of slowdown and lag here, but overall it's a lot of fun. If you're a Simpsons fan, you'll really enjoy it. Now this one is really freaking awesome. This is Golden Souls Remastered. In this one, they are combining the world of Doom with Super Mario 64. Oh yeah, this is awesome. You're collecting coins to get to new areas. You got the same Doom enemies, but the landscape is just amazing. It's almost like they just grabbed the Doom guy and dropped him into Super Mario 64. Nice job on this one. The aesthetics are great. Some of the mechanics that come from Mario are in here. This one is just something else. If you really want to see the best that people can do with mods, this is the one for you to check out. Now talk about imaginative. This is the Legend of Doom, where they are combining Legend of Zelda with Doom. Oh yeah, and you can kind of see how they kind of make the Doom guy look like Link down there. Yep, it's pretty much Legend of Zelda from a first-person perspective. I really enjoyed this one. Even though I'm really not good at Zelda games, I still like them. I'm just not very good at them. So for those of you that really enjoyed the first Legend of Zelda game, I think they have actually spread out the entire map of Hyrule here. So that's kind of why I didn't get very far at it, because I always got lost on that game. But if you are really good at Zelda games, you are really going to enjoy this one. And yet we come to another Nintendo crossover. We have Castlevania, Simon's Destiny, as you take on the role of Simon Belmont, and you are trying to infiltrate Dracula's castle. It's just like Castlevania, except for from a third-person perspective. Nice job. Speaking of Wolfenstein, like I did at the beginning of the video, we have another great crossover, and this is Wolfendoom. Now, in this one, this is the original missions, and the creator has made several other ones, Spear of Destiny, and there's just a whole bunch of them, so you will definitely be able to get your Wolfenstein fix here. And I am happy to report that it is a lot more bloodier in this game, which is awesome, because there's nothing better than shooting the Nazis and watching their blood splatter all over the place. So check these ones out if you're a Wolfenstein fan and you want a little bit more rough version of that great classic first-person shooter game. And now we have Bloom. This is the combination of characters, situations, enemies from both Doom and the other first-person shooter game, Blood, that came out a few years later. So you get the choice of being the Marine or Caleb. And of course you're going to be Caleb, because he always makes the smart comments every time he kills things. And oh yeah, this is blood, gore, violence, you name it, it's here. You're gonna love it. Give it a try. It's called Bloom. Okay, next up we have Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Now this is a game I haven't played very much of. I mean, the original game. It's got quite a following. I know a lot of people really enjoy this game. and it really fit to combine Doom with that game. In this one, if you're not familiar, you are trying to save your neighbors from these endless zombies. Your score is depending on how many people you rescue and how many zombies you kill. Really a fun game and makes me want to play the original some more. It's been a while and I'm definitely going to try it out. If you have fond memories of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, let me know about it in the comment section below. And I've saved the best for last. This is My House, Doom 1. Wow, what can There's so much to say about this one. A lot of other gaming channels have covered it in more detail. They've explained how they did it, which is a big question with this one. Now, a lot of the aspects of this game are taken from two places. There's a diary that can be found with the file when you download it. That will explain how it was made and the whole backstory behind it. And it does fit in with the narrative of the game. A lot of inside, I guess, jokes and things that probably some of us don't catch unless you read the diary. And it is also a tie-in to a really awesome book called House of Leaves. If you haven't read this book, it is there's nothing like it. That's the only thing I can say. There's nothing like it. It is a total mindfuck from the first page to the last. And combining those elements with Doom, brilliantly done. I will have a link, of course, down below in the description so you can check this out yourself, along with many of the other mods that we have discussed in today's episode. Alright, I know what some of you are probably thinking, and that is, well, what about some of the other ones? You've left off a few. Actually, I've left off more than a few. There are so many of them out there. I haven't even begun to scratch the surface yet. And again, you can find those at various places. I will, again, put some links below. However, there are a couple that I intentionally left off, the more controversial ones, I guess you could say. And I will actually put those up on my Patreon page. So if you want to see those certain ones, more than likely I have the footage, but you will have to subscribe to my Patreon in order to see them. So, also, I will be posting some extended playthroughs of some of these mods on the channel, so you can get an idea about that. However, like I said, especially with this My House, there have been some really, really good deep dives into both the book, the diary, and the game itself, and I will link that in the description below. In our next episode, we will be going back to the NES and an old favorite on this channel. We will be discussing prototypes for the NES. Well, that brings this episode of Classic Gamer 74 to a close. I really hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. If you did like it, let me know by giving me a great big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click that little bell icon down there so you'll be notified when I upload any new videos. Connect with me on all my social media platforms, and please help me out on Patreon. I got some stuff on there you're not going to find anywhere else, including some new stuff. So please be generous and help me out on Patreon. The link is in the description below. Well, until next time, this has been Anthony Gamer, wishing you guys a great upcoming week. Until then, be strong, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and above all, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and stop hate of all kinds. See you soon. Bye for now.